Dr. Layton Weiland with the Reflexology School, and I'm here to show you a morning routine that you can do with your multi-reflex starter kit. This can be as quick or long as you might like, somewhere in the realm of 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes for a morning routine. This is going to prepare your skin beautifully, and you will find an amazing makeup application. And not only that, but your face is just going to feel amazing, and you're going to feel amazing as well. This can actually be done with or without products. I'm going to show you what products I'm using and when to use them in this routine, but I find with people who have sensitive skin, they can leave out the products and have just as good results and find that they get the benefits from this routine as well. We're going to show you a couple of different things for your starter kit. One is going to be the Yang Yin protocol or harmonics, because I'm going to do it for the whole entire face, but you can definitely spot treat, which means you can do it on a particular area of your face if you want to shorten the amount of time. And you can see some of those other videos on my YouTube or my Instagram at Erica Layton Weiland as well. Then we're going to do a BQC formula. You have your Express Care cards. They have an array of different formulas that you can do, and that is going to help you make this treatment that much stronger and that much more beneficial for you. And then we're going to finish off with an Ova Bar facial massage that is absolutely phenomenal and helps to get into the lymph and also into the fascia of the skin. Okay, so we are going to get started here on the Yang Yin protocol or harmonics. So you'll see I have my Yang Yin roller. I'm first going to start with my Yang side, hence Yang Yin harmonics, and then follow it up with the Yin side. Right now I have a clean, dry face. So I have gone ahead and cleansed my face, and without any products at this point, I'm going to start into the Yang. Yang is about boosting and revitalizing and bringing blood flow to the area. I hear a lot of people tell me that it feels strange to roll Yang on dry skin, but if you can give it a try, you'll definitely love the results that you're going to get. When we apply products before we do the Yang protocol, it loses that direct skin to sensation with our skin. So when we apply a product, there's a little bit of a barrier between our central nervous system and our peripheral nervous system with the tool. So we do say to do this on dry skin if you can manage to do that, and you will reap the benefits, I promise. Okay, so here we go. In the morning, I'm going to start at the bottom of my neck and I'm going to go all the way up. This is also going to give us a Yang effect, which obviously we want, right? We want that lifting and toning and revitalizing and a boost in energy as we come into the day. This is our Yang. So let's give it an extra little boost. Okay, here we go. So that concludes our yang portion of the yang yin harmonics. I want to make sure that I'm rolling gentle and soft. Okay, it's not supposed to be prickly, and it's definitely not supposed to be painful. So you're going to get that reflexology transmission down the rest of your body when you have a much lighter pressure. So at this point, I'm going to apply my toner. Okay, so this is just a light little toner. I've brought all the blood circulation to the top, so I want to apply my toner so it can soak right nice and deep. Now, if these things speak to you and if they resonate with you, by all means, pop over to our school at reflexology.school, and you're going to find an amazing introduction to facial reflexology program where you can learn a lot more about this, and it's an on-demand series, so you can definitely do it at your own pace. So definitely check that out. It will be in the notes for you, and you can click right onto it and see what you think. All right, so now I'm going to apply my toner. I love the way that this feels. If I don't do my yang first, it feels almost like it's staying on top of the skin, my toner does. It doesn't feel like I'm getting that deep hydration and the effects of my products. One thing the Yang Yin roller does really well is it helps with that permeation of your products. So you can get much higher quality products, and your benefits from those products are going to be so amazing. Okay? So after I've applied my toner, I'm going to move right into my yin portion, which is going to look very similar, if not exactly the same, as my yang portion. If I have more drier skin, I'm going to maybe do this for a little bit longer, but we're still going in that upwards direction because we want lifting and toning, and the yin is so good for filling in. It's kind of our natural filler with hydration and for giving you that plump, hydrated look. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so that completes our Yang Yin harmonics. If you're interested in more of depuffing and working around the eyes, check out my video when using the 206 tool, and it is fantastic for contouring the eyes and working the eyes much stronger. So you can see here that I have a link to the video that you can definitely check out. When using both of these tools, I highly recommend a nice soft and light pressure. Even when using the yin side of the 206, I tend to have a lot of tension in my forehead, and it gives that bumpy sensation. The more I can go lighter, the better results that I get. So it gives me that really superficial dispersing effect versus trying to go harder and a local working out and muscular, especially if your skin can be sensitive after working with tools. Just give a light little pressure and you will still get amazing results. Now we're going to move into our formula routine. So this is where you can grab out your care cards and pick a routine that suits best for you. So for me, let's take a peek. I am going to do the grounding. So you'll see here that you have some instructions. What you're going to do is you're going to detect with your little hammer about 50 times, and depending upon the color of your protocol, you're going to follow those buttons. Okay, for me, I'm going to pick the earth element and anxiety. So which means I'm going to follow the first line first. I'm going to do those numbers, those BQC numbers. Then I'm going to follow it up with the numbers that are paired with the earth element and for anxiety. And then I'm going to follow it with rebalancing the energy flow and then stabilize the mind. So I'm going to turn my card over, and now I have a picture of where those points are located, and I'm going to follow them in that exact order that we have on the formula here. So first it's going to be 124, 34, and 0. So I'm going to first start with 124, which is about in the middle of the eye and on the outside of, middle of the forehead and outside of the eye. And I'm going to give 50 taps here, and then I'm going to follow it with 124 on the other side. So we do each side first when there's points on both sides of the face, and then the other side, middle of forehead and above the eye on the outside of the iris, about 50 times. We're kind of looking for that little sensitive spot. Now I've picked the yang side of this tool as well, which is the pointy end. And this is going to, again, give us a little bit more of that yang sensation. Perfect. And 34, about in the upper portion of the eyebrow. This is also good for the optic nerve, but in the grounding formula, this is so good for the nervous system and calming stresses and anxieties. And the other side. Now we're moving to 0, which is a reflection of the Dr. Nogier point 0, which is a homeostasis point in auricular therapy. And so this is really kind of a good overall homeostasis, so bringing the body back into balance, regardless if it's up or down. So 0, we're going to find where the earphones come out of the ear. So we're going to do 50 taps on one side, and this point is on both sides. And follow it up on the other side, 50 taps. Beautiful. And now I'm going to pick my 2 grounding points, which is 37 and 39 for the stomach and the spleen. You'll see that they are on the left side of the face, so in line with the nasolabial and the bottom of the nostril. And I'm trying to get an angle that's perpendicular to the face, so 50 taps in through here. Then moving across from the outside or from the middle of the nostril and underneath the pupil of the eye, I'm coming into the spleen, and I'm giving fairly good pressure here. I like to feel the tenderness. It's kind of like foam rolling when you feel a really good spot. I'm looking to reduce the tension in these areas. So when I feel the tension, I like to give myself enough pressure that I feel that sweet spot. And then about 50 taps is when you start to feel the tension release behind those areas. So you know that the reflex is receiving that information. And breathe. Okay, then I'm going to move on to the rest of my formula, which is 0.60 on the left side of the face. So I find it out here. This is for the heart and helping to push the formula a little bit more into the body. I'm going to give my 50 taps there. Okay, so this is energy flow. It's a yang part, right? The heart is part of a yang part, but it because it pushes the blood, pumps the blood. Okay, but we're doing it on the left side of the face, so it has a little bit more of a grounding effect. Then coming into the small intestine, 127, which is a fire element point, and giving a little bit more boost to the energy flow and getting things going. When there's stagnation in the body, we tend to get a little bit more anxious, so we want to increase the blood flow. Following that up by 106, which is going to be about the first quarter of the forehead, right in the middle. And this is our third eye point, working strongly with the mind and calming anxieties. So about 50 taps there. This one's a little tender for me. Then I'm going to finish up my formula by moving up into the middle of my formula and my forehead into 103, which is called the mind. We typically use 103 at the end of a formula because we want to strengthen the constitution of where I am. So I want to do it at the end of the formula because I've gone ahead and treated myself, and then I want to reinforce the mind to be where I'm at now instead of where I was at the beginning of my treatment. Feels great. Yeah, so there's your BQC formula portion. Now we're going to move into the Ova Bar facial massage routine, and this is a fabulous routine that I am going to do again on the drier to normal skin because I want to get that really strong rejuvenation in through the fascia. You can also do this after applying a little bit of product if you want more slip factor and more just like straight massage. Okay, so go ahead and grab your Ova Bar, and here we go. Having a really great support hand is going to help you keep your face relaxed as you're providing these movements to your skin. If you can not tense your face while you're doing this, all the better. So a great support hand is going to be beneficial for you. This morning routine is sure to give you a natural facelift and rejuvenate all of your skin. I just absolutely love the way that my skin is feeling. It feels flexible, soft, and supple. It's going to help you with cell turnover as well. So every time that you can get new cells to your face, the better you're going to feel and the younger that you're going to look. So enjoy this routine. Now I'm going to apply the rest of my products. I'm going to put on a hyaluronic acid and then a facial oil. You can put on whatever products you like after this, but I tend to do this morning routine like this. Okay, so thanks so much for joining me. Again, have a look at the show notes and head over to the school to see if there's a course that you might like to take. I highly recommend the Introduction to Facial Reflexology for self-care. It really dives deeper into some of these more core philosophies around Dien Chan and Chan Bote, and you can do it all at your own pace. All right, take care, and we'll see you on the next video.